should be live.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. All right. Hey, Chewy. We'll get started here in a minute. What's up, World Edit? World Edit. Sitting here enjoying the winter edition Red Bull Arctic Berry. It's not very good. Not very good. It's like raspberry. Nomad, you haven't seen my lead-in videos before? Usually if we're starting late, I think we just kind of like run in here. So that probably explains it. All of my painstaking hours editing in After Effects, making the lead-in video, you'd think I would show it more often. God, I spent easily like 18, 20 hours. All for nothing. It's done nothing for me. So professional. Yeah, well, I did do video editing as a part of my jobby wobby previously. Jobby wobby. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pop on over here. Popitopolis. Today's gonna be easy. Oh. What about that? Hey, Sharky re-upping on his sub there for 11 months. Very cool. But so this is the last day or last week, I suppose, of working on this kit. So we've got the holiday kit coming up next. You can see that there on screen. We've got our pack of dire penguins, or I guess just penguins, and then one big dire penguin. And then we've got Sophie and Santa. I don't really know which one's in charge between Santa or Sophie, but I'm sure they divide labor evenly. I'm actually wondering. I think I've got some searching to do, and we're done here to try and figure out where all those are. But that's what we got headed our way. So relatively easy today. We're working on our Alien Scout. Pretty much purple and gun bits and things like that. So should be pretty ease peas relaxing today. So what we're gonna do, first thing right off the bat, we're gonna do some changes from my original paint job that we did on this guy, just to kind of shift things around a little bit. So I'm gonna take some intense brown. No, Matt, it's not that deep. It's not really an encounter. The boss is obviously Sophie and Santa are the good guys, and the penguins are the bad guys. So I'm gonna take the intense brown here. Now, if you don't have an intense brown, you can just Painter's Choice it to something similar. I'm just doing our typical 1-to-1 here. And I'm doing this thin enough so that way I can utilize the zenithal. If you didn't have a zenithal base coat, not a big deal. Just get a nice even coverage of this color and you'll be good to go. Let's see him get closer here. Hope you're all doing alright today. Hope you've had a good week since the last time we hung out here. We had fun on Patreon this weekend. We actually painted up the same bulldog we did last week. The big robot, but we did it differently. I painted it red. And we did a crazy energy sword. That was pretty fun. Nomad, do you have your volume turned off? Because very clearly said Sophie's not the bad guy. But alright. So we're going to grab Faded Khaki as we begin to build up our alien skin. So it's kind of yellow skin, kind of not. And I'm going to grab some white too so we can go brighter. So I'm just going to do 50-50. Dark Faded Khaki. As we begin building up the skin. See, it's a nice yellow ochre color. At least compared to the brown that we had there before. And we're going to try to go relatively bright with this, so this is sort of our base color, but also still sort of a shadow. I've had a lot of people ask if I'm going to be doing some classes for the Reaper Virtual, and then some people have been asking what I'm doing, so not even if, but what. And I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. So if there is something specifically you'd like to see, let me know, and I may consider doing said suggestion as a class. So you can let me know in the chat, or you can just let me know in general over the next couple weeks. The main issue with last time, of course, is that I signed up immediately, and then the parameters changed, so the class I signed up for wasn't going to work anymore, or the class I wanted to do. So this time, as long as I know, what I'm submitting will work, I can happily tailor it to whatever you guys want. So I know a lot of people were excited about the what was it? It was like the utilizing the wet palette class, which I didn't do. So I mean, I could do that one for assuredly. Going back up around the eyelid here, or the eye stalk, I guess. I don't really know the best way to describe that alien part. I know most likely in April or May of next year I'll be doing a in-person workshop. I've already been conspiring with some people about that, so I know that should probably be on the menu, since the world will hopefully be in a in-person friendly state by then. Should be. Alright, so I'm pleased with that, and I'm just going to go in directly with the faded khaki, adding a little bit of water, of course, to keep it thin. More advanced painting techniques over wet palette stuff. Well, joke's on you, because that's all that's literally what the wet palette class is about, is advanced techniques. Because yeah, it definitely was not a class that's like, this is why you want to use a wet palette. It was a class that's like, this is why, this is how you do advanced glazing or whatever. Unless you're saying you want, like, I want a non-metallic metal class, right? Or, like, if that's what you mean, like an actual subject rather than, or like an actual technique rather than a concept. But yeah, I mean, we could do, I don't know, there are plenty of options, it just depends. Non-metallic metal class, well, that's what I did last time. And, that's essentially what I did. I mean, we spent like an hour doing non-metallic metal, or 2 hours nearly, on the pirate that we painted up. But that's the thing, right? Like, people either complained that the non-metallic metal classes are too basic and simple, which I know was some feedback last time. But you either, I mean, that's the thing. It's when it comes to techniques like that, it's hard to judge like where your audience is currently in terms of like their skill level. And so even if I'm teaching non-metallic metal, is it like, okay, so am I doing like basics, or am I assuming you know what's going on, or whatever, That's why I like just kind of the demo idea, because that allows me to just kind of do, whatever. But so I'm just sort of sculpting away at this shadow here. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to add some white to do our final one. So this is just some white mixed in. You can see it over here. Scoop this down a little bit further down the center of the body there. You can see how nice this color looks though. Really rounded out highlight. How I make my coffee before I paint? Through a coffee maker? Nothing fancy. I don't have the luxurious $500 espresso machine like when I used to be able to use when I was in Texas. I miss it every day. Now we just have whatever drip coffee. I literally think I have like a Mr. Coffee, right? Like it's nothing fancy. There we go. Alright, and I'll get the back of the neck here. I did update my web store to be sort of like a holiday buying guide. You can always check that out. You can do !Josh's Things with an apostrophe. Or you can go to amazon.com/shop/minipaintingstudio. You can just go to my website and click the link there. But that helps me out. Any purchases that you make, I do get a absolutely single-digit percentage commission off of that. So helps me out 60 days from your purchase is when they calculate it. But anything people are buying right now comes in on my birthday, pretty much. So think of it as buying Christmas presents for somebody else. Oh, did they get rid of my... Oh, no, there it is. That's weird that it went through with Sharky, but not you. Is it different? Am I reading that differently? No? Oh, same time. That's probably why. And it also is any shopping that you do on Amazon through that link. But that helps me out a lot. I do appreciate it. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with our skin for now. He looks like a intergalactic banana man. Hard to go wrong there. So why don't we grab Imperial Purple. And same consistency as the skin tone previously, right? We're just going to go at 1:1. I'm utilizing the Zenithal. If you don't have it, not a big deal. Evenly coat everything and you'll be alright. I'm also going to be doing, for the holidays, one-on-one hobby at home lessons. So they're going to be huge dragons and things like that. So obviously the difference here is that you have one-on-one voice chat with me while you're working and all that stuff. But I'll have those for sale probably next week. That's my goal this week, is to get some of those squared away. But I've got like Blightfang, Cinder, the Taz, whatever, the really huge red dragon. All of those are going to be up and available, so I'm excited about that. As we head into December. Or, well, really, kind of like the middle of December. Alright, so he's wearing a jumpsuit, so we're going to do the pants the same color. And then go ahead and do the tops of the little space boots here. Okay. Well, you know what? I kind of want to do let's do the helmet, but we're gonna go on this edge right here, around his little Beats headphones. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll. So I'm gonna grab possibly. Wait a minute now. I gotta actually find the color. Gnome flesh? Was that a part of this kit, or am I going crazy? Hold on. I had it up here a second ago. I think it is. I don't know why it'd be in front of me, but I always have to double guess. Yeah. All right, gnome flesh. So I'm going to add a brush tip of the gnome flesh here into our purple. You can see it makes a nice, really sort of like warm highlight. And I'm just going back over pretty much everywhere except the highlight areas. So you can see I'm just kind of following the folds in the fabric here. Go back in, more gnome flesh. This time around I'm also going to add one brush tip full of white to the mix. So we're getting warmer and brighter. Start by doing the edges here with his little... I would say it's like an open chest shirt, right? But it's more like an open face shirt. I mean, I don't know. It's that intergalactic... Disney Channel original movie Xenon outfit going on here. I'm also about to start streaming every day again. which I know a lot of people have been missing out on. So I'll be excited for that. I've got all kinds of stuff for us to work on. Some new projects, new ideas. A lot of mix between. Nice to see Xenon, right? But all kinds of cool stuff. I'm also going to be starting a few army projects as well. So we're going to be doing a Slaanesh Age of Sigmar army. That'll be fun. I also have an inkling to do a Space Orc army, harkening back to my Warhammer 40k roots when I was a kid. But we'll see. Obviously, anything Games Workshop, I actually have to make money to do that. So we'll see. But in between that, Rumble Slam, I mean, all the Rackham stuff I've got to work on. All the plinths from Jacob Jansen, you name it. We're going to be stacked moving into next year. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this side. I'm really only going to go for like the bottom here where it's pinching the belt on the belly. That'll be it right there. And let's get the front of the shoesies. Yep. Alright, so finally here, we're going to add one more little brush tip full of our gnome flesh, and then one more of white. So you should have a very sort of like grayish, taupish purple here. I'm going to be outlining the collar, kind of. More so just highlighting it up. Actually, let's do it all the way bright. Let's just pretend that the collar is a lighter color. That would make sense. So we'll do that, highlight that up. And then that would mean the edge is going to be a similar color here. And the other side. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and just finish this off. So I'm going to add some more white. And now I'll do the collar. Alright, so we've got that highlighted up brighter. So now I want to take, let's see, there we go. Alright, final highlights here. I'm just going to do the left and right corner on the shoe there. Okay, back of the mini, top of the back of the calf here on the right. And little bit of the folds. All right, cool. We can rock out with that. Okay, so let me cut that off. Hey, we cut away from the hospital around here. All right, so we have a few options on things we can work on here, but I think we should work on things that are gonna be black. So let's grab Noir Black. We almost dropped the paint. Hey Raider, yeah, so Reaper has shows every single day of the week, and it's been a while since that started. It's been a year almost with my show, but I don't think the game store is open. They're doing curbside stuff. Justin isn't here currently. He's at a meeting. He might be here, I don't know. But either way, they've had the game store just closed. The HQ is open, so to speak, in terms of, you know, business. All right, so we're gonna do the weird, like, puffy things here in black. His pads. And I'm just making a wash out of the Noir Black. Go ahead and do your little connecting piece on the back as well. And the knee pads. I like Noir Black for two reasons. One, you can put it over as Zenithal and it looks great if you're in a hurry. But two, Noir Black actually can be washed down, which I know sounds crazy, but let me find an example here. So, now this is something I've been working on here, but what's interesting is the wheels still have some edge definition, and all I did was wash on top of Noir Black. So it's interesting how that works. But I've only been recently doing that, where you can just wash directly on top and still get some detail out of black, which I think is pretty impressive. So I'm gonna do the same thing here on, let's do the sides of the helmet and then the top, because I feel like this is probably a similar material to the weird pads he's got, and then the ear deals. And then the binoculars. Is it a binocular or a one-ocular? I don't know. I mean, are they actually doing... Nomad, is it really a Black Friday sale? Because I don't think it is. I think it's just releasing stuff on Black Friday, right? Like, as far as I understand. They've got the clear paints, Baba Yaga's hut, and then, what, one other thing? I forget what the other thing is. Clear Triad, Baba Yaga's hut, and something. I forget what it is, though. At least what we know, right? I don't know. I guess we'll do a monocular. Yeah, I think we'll do brown gloves. Let's do the gun as well. We're gonna just we're gonna space it up here with non-metallic stuff. Let's see. Oh, the elbow pads too. Whoops. Whoops, and then I guess that means we gotta do this part. Okay. Now, would that really be the same? We'll do it metal. All right, so cool. So we've got our noir black. We're going to be, let's see, we're just going to be brightening it up quite a bit. Grab a little bit of white, a little bit more, so like 2 brush tips full. There we go. Make a nice dark gray. As we will, I'm going to grab another brush tip full. Medium gray is where we should really be working, if it's going to be doing anything. And we're going to start highlighting up these different objects. So, okay. Yeah, you can continue to use Noir Black if you like it better, because the paint kit that we're doing for 2021 is literally like just black. It's literally just like a straight black, so if you become a big fan of it, you don't want to see it go. You don't necessarily have to. Alright, so we did that. Let's do the knee pads here. Doing the top and then down the sides to help give it more definition. This one, let's go directly down the front. Only because that's how it's catching light. Okay. Elbow pads, let's do the edge, and give it a little bit of a highlight. Okay, and then we got the guns here. Or gun, rather. No, sorry, let's do this. Little earmuff deal. The Google Chrome symbol here. The ear donut. Alright, so now let's move into the weapon. Go across the top, down here, outline this little section. Okay. And, oh, I guess I gotta do this part. Alright, binoculars, sorry. And then go ahead and highlight the bottom half here. Like so. Okay. Alright, now we can go a little bit brighter. I'm going to grab another brush tip full. Add it to our color mix here. Actually, I'm going to add one more. We're going to jump it up 2 steps. Okay. So let's start on the gun. I feel like that'll be an easier place to kind of get our bearings. Alright, let's see. So this will be a little bit different because we're not going to do the whole thing. We're going to do a line across the top edge here. Okay. Then down the edge. We'll outline the front portion of the panel there. Oh, I forgot to do this. Okay, this side. Okay, let's move on to, I guess we gotta finish up this section. Alright, so now let's do the knee pads. Knee pads we're just doing, really all the pads in general, we're just getting a slight rounded highlight at the top. Like so. Same color we were just using. elbow, just do this top edge, and then right here, I'm just gonna do the very top edge. Nice and thin. Except on the broader surfaces, of course. Elbow. All right, let's do the monocular. I'm gonna keep calling it binocular though. Top, let's outline this. Okay. And then top of the circle, bottom of the circle. Then what we'll do is we'll take this color and we'll do a nice little half moon. And then make a circle right here, the top right, like that. Kind of want to, here, let's do this. I need like a middle gray right here. And then a little bit brighter right here. I think that will help our final result here. I'll do a little bit more. Alright. And then our intergalactic headphones here. That got all kinds of messed up. That was just bad. That wasn't the right color. So what I'll do is I'm just going to get a new area on the palette for this. And by that I mean I'm just going to flip the palette. There we go. Or rotate it rather. Get some more white. Alright, so now let's get very bright. So I'm just gonna do pure bright white. Sort of pure. Dirty water, dirty brush, but as bright as we're gonna get. Whoop, there we go. And I'm just gonna be doing corners. And then really I'm only concerned with some of the edges here on the monoculars. Let's do... Alright, so now that on the lens, you can take whatever color you would like and glaze it. So, since we used it last time, we used it this time. We used clear phthalo green. By last time, I mean on the IMEF Bulldog Boy. Let's just make a little glaze. Just like that. Color that in. If there's anything else, like any other color you want to tint things, you totally can. We're not really doing that, but I'm gonna take this darker. I'm gonna take some of the brown we had here, a little bit of the black, make a darker color to run into the teeth there. I'm just gonna wash that in, let it dry. Alright, so now let's grab, I'm gonna get, let's see, let's do our ashen blue. I'm gonna make a glaze out of the ashen blue, so very thin. And I'm gonna do a glaze over the top middle half of the gun here. Like that. Just right across the side. Glaze right across the same side. Binoculars, same idea. Top half, top half. Okay. Do another application on the gun. Alright. Now I'm going to get more of our intense brown. We're going to do a little bit of a chrome non-metallic metal effect. So we're doing a sky earth. Now this is super basic, but the effect should work. So I'm going to make a glaze then out of intense brown, super thin. And we'll do the bottom portions of the gun here. like so. And same thing on the binoculars here, the bottom half. Hopefully that looks semi-believable. Let me see it on over here, actually. Because this monitor is always washed out that I look at. Yeah, okay, cool. I'd buy that effect. So I'm gonna do a little bit more here. Just adding deeper touches of the brown on the bottom half of sort of each of these sections. Cool. Do more up here. Just saturating that brown more. The more of the brown we put in, the more blue the ashen blue is going to look. There we go. And then we'll go back and clean up our edges, right? Like with more edge highlights. I'm going to take more of the ashen blue though and do a little bit more of a direct application of it on some of these spots. Let's see, so there you go, something like that. So what we're doing, right, the blue on top is reflecting the blue sky from above. The brown on the bottom side of everything we're doing is reflecting the ground, right? So it's like it's chrome, shiny chrome. Now obviously it's not super, super shiny because we have to go back with our white on some of those edges, but it's a basic effect. You could also intensify it a little bit more. So I'll intensify it just a little bit here, but nothing crazy because it's outside of the purview of our painting kit for this month. But I'll take a little bit of clear blue and I'm just gonna hint it in some of these top areas, and then that'll just really push it over. Just intensify the blue a little bit. But, so if you have any other blue color, right, previous kits, anything like that, you can make it work. But yeah, so that's a very, very, very basic chrome sky, earth, non-metallic metal, which that's anything but basic. But if you're brave enough, I guarantee you'll at least achieve some effect. And I'll clean up some of our highlights here. Clean up a little bit on here. So that would obviously mean then that we need to do that for his helmet. So we'll go ahead and do that too. So what I'll do is I'll take our blue that we had used and just go ahead and do like the top 50%. or sorry, helmet, the visor, rather. So let's do the top half of the visor with the blue. We'll let that dry. Then, using our... I need more intense brown. We're going to paint pretty much all the other details intense brown. The gloves, bags, belt. As we finish up the mini. I like these simpler miniatures just because we can push what we're actually going to do on them more so than we typically do. And here comes Joni in the chat. 2 minutes after I explained why we painted it the way we did. So, and I only joke because Joni's on my Patreon. Remember, that's the best way to make sure I can survive and I don't have to quit and go get some dumb job somewhere. So, if you want to ever continue to support me further, you can always go to patreon.com/minipaintingstudio. Classes start at just $5 a month. Joni can tell you in the chat, and everybody else that's here that's part of the Patreon, how much they hate it. So you can judge based on that. But Joni's been a patron for a long time now. Shout out to her, as always. But, so the reason why we did that, so the blue reflection on top is the pouring a beer. Joni, I guess it is 4 o'clock. And if you're on the East Coast, 5 o'clock. I don't feel too bad. So, right, the blue is the sky above. And the brown reflection is the ground, right? So it looks more like a chrome effect. So I'm just going to paint all of this. We're going to actually just go dark brown on the shoe pieces, but feel free to paint the rest of it. Now then, you know, this guy, it could be on an alien planet, so you could technically do that in a different reflective scheme if it has like yellow skies and red dirt, whatever the case is, right? You know, the human eye most naturally is like, oh right, sky and ground if we use colors that we expect. But it is an alien, so I mean, you could painter's choice to do something else you want. We were going to painter's choice the grenades, so I'm just going to grab a green. But up to you. Get the belt here. And this glove. And then I'm just going to take the same brown here. And we'll do a very faint similar effect here on the visor. Alright, so what is this light doing? You guys like how hard I just hit that? Hey, it stopped though, guys. It worked. It's fine. Get your aggression out on your lights. And again, for those of you that are keeping count, yes, I still, to this day, have not gone and replaced that light. We're a month in now of me saying I'm going to do that. I'll do it today. I probably won't, but, you know, I'm going to say I'm going to do it today. Just going to wash everything else down. Let me grab just like a clear green here. The grenades. Redeemed a highlighted message. Oh man, Joni with the supreme recommendation. Let's. Should I do it in your voice? What's funny is I know Joni's voice, right? We hang out in Discord occasionally. Okay, I love. No, I won't do it. We're gonna do an impression, but she loves the Patreon. She does the Allier tier. That's the $20 tier. And she's learned so much. She's only been painting a year and a half. That's actually crazy that you've only been. What's happening with this? Can you guys hold on? How long has that been doing that? Since I smashed that bad boy? Do you like the color change there? There we go. That's actually wild thinking you've only been painting that long though, based on your skill level and your improvement over that time. But Patreon mentoring has made a big difference in your painting. That is oh so good to hear. Alright, so let's do our white on the visor. So I'm just going to make a very thin glaze of white here. Or something close to that. Oh, nope, I forgot about the clear... My bad. Hold on. The green grenades. So, painter's choice. You can make these grenades whatever you want. Grenades to me are always green. Why? I don't know. Green army men. Probably. I'm just going to make sure they're green. It'll look nice too, right? It pops against the purple. But, alright, cool. So, now using very, 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 very thin white... We're gonna do some crappy, I don't know, glass reflection here. But the reason why I did the split difference on our reflection there is so that way I could highlight it up to where it makes sense as a glass surface on top. So do the edges. So you can see I'm pushing the glaze towards the left and right hand side from the center of the visor. Like so. Okay. Now then, a more pigmented white. You can see just how much brighter that is. You know what, we'll just do a straight line. So that way I know how much to taper right around the left and right hand side of that area. Okay, so now back to a glaze. I'm just going to be pushing it up against that hard line that we created. To try and create a nice feathered taper. And obviously it dries super quick, so you can go back, continue to taper. Pretty much as soon as you're taking the brush off, it should be dry, if you've got a good consistency there. So back to this side. Alright, so if we back that out, let's check it out. Look at that. I think it looks sweet, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm impressed with our little paint job today. I think we really knocked it out. I'm gonna make a really light kind of just, I don't even know, ivory color. I'm gonna put it in where the eye is. Nothing fancy there. We just need to know, right, that that's an eyeball. And then I guess we got some teeth. Let's do the teeth with the same color. Okay, gnarly teeth. What else we got? All right, so we have our browns to highlight. So I'm gonna take our brown. I'm gonna add a little bit of the leather color. Sorry, faded khaki. It looks like leather. Hey, thank you, Miniatures Den, for the raid. Another streaming Reaper alumni. We are doing a poor man's Sky Earth Chrome non-metallic metal on our fun little Illyrian alien. I don't know why I keep saying Illyrian. It's alien, like alien. But I hope you're having a good day today, everybody, over from Miniatures Den land over there. I'm sure you guys are getting bored of his project. I know he's working on a miniature dollhouse right now, right? So now you're here for the real good stuff. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding, of course. So we're just doing some leather texture, basic goodness here. Nothing crazy. Top of the little pouches. Alright, we got the bags, we got the belt to match. Ooh-wee. Got the bags and the belt. I'm just glad in 2020 we moved away from the ubiquitous Gucci belt. I'm happy that's over with. Alright, we have the little straps on the shoes, all that goodness. I'm just gonna do the little tops of these little, very Steve Madden inspired platform shoes here. Oh, what happened there? The wash didn't take. Haha, well, we'll just do that and pretend like it did and go back. Okay. All right, we got the belt. Did we forget the belt buckle? Is the belt buckle supposed to be shiny? Are we doing that? Are we doing that? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Here, let's just here. I don't know what material that is, what color it's supposed to be, but there it is. We'll do a little extra crispiness. Okay. I would say we have killed it on Miniature Monday this week. For sure. It's the first time we've done any kind of chrome, sky, earth, non-metallic, whatever, in an hour and 20 minutes. Pretty dope paint job. Not too bad, if I say so myself. I keep forgetting that flavor. For those that have been wondering, let's go ahead and throw a company under the bus. It's not good. It's not good. We won't even mention it, but it's not good. In case you were wondering about the winter edition. Unless you really like blue raspberry, then you might like it, but I don't know. Not my cup of tea. But either way, thanks so much for hanging out with us today, guys. Justin had said he's in a meeting. Justin, are you here? Is he still gone? I don't know what we do. Do we just hang out now? What do we work on something else? What do we grab? What do I have around me that's something Reaper? Something Reaper. Let's see. Let's see what we got in the chest of goodies. We have something from Fausto. Well, that's Absol. We have Rackham. What is this? Is this Reaper Mini? Nope. More 3D prints. What are you? You are... Oh, this is a Reaper. Oh, do you guys remember this guy? Bonus end of stream hype. Yeah, exactly right. We can't end the stream. Should we keep working on this dude? Should we work on this boyo? Let's work on this until Justin comes home. How about that? Oh, show off the next month's kit? I don't... There's been an error, guys. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. As I throw the mini. I don't know where they are, to be honest with you. I think they're just like right over there. They are, actually. I see the miniatures. I can just show you the picture, of course. So the holiday kit that we're going to be painting up as the last kit version of Miniature Monday. So if you have never bought one of the ones that comes in the cool cases that I use to decorate, look at my storage there, but you can't really tell. There they are. So if you wanted one of the ones that come in the actual box, this is our last little bit of love that we're going to be doing for our holiday theme. You can see it there. We've got some killer penguins, Santa, and Santa's helper, Sophie. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a great kit. It's probably the best value that we've ever put out in terms of value for you guys, because Sophie and Santa are both metal, so that's super fun. And they're not difficult to put together in any way, right? Like, Sophie, glue the wings on, you're good to go. I think that's literally the only... And then I think you attach her to the base, I think, or like the little roof section, and that's it. Everything else is one piece, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, but yeah, that is what we're looking at. And Justin, did I hear you grumble mumble?
Yes.
Hey, he's back. He's back. It was funny because we were like, where's Justin? How are we gonna end the stream? Right? Like we have to stream forever if we can't end it. But now you're here. So I don't know if you saw the mini that we finished up. So we did a chrome, non-metallic metal sky earth effect on his visor and weapons. So I don't know.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know if you can see it, but or if it makes sense. But either way, the blue and the brown kind of make it look like right.
No, it looks great.
But yeah. So that is it for today. And if you have any announcements for us, Justin will send the masses off to some unbeknownst streamer. So.
Yeah, I think we're going to be raiding Giggling Geekette, and I do not have any announcements at this point.
Cool.
Nothing yet, other than have a safe and happy Thanksgiving for anyone who may not be watching us this week. So
awesome. All right, yeah, you guys have a good Turkey Day. I don't know what Sydney and I's plans are. I think we're gonna buy some groceries and just do our own thing. But for anybody else out there, right? Eat some food, relax, buy the clear phthalo green when it goes on sale on Friday. If you don't, you're a simp and you're never allowed to watch my streams again. You have to buy that color. I'm just kidding. But either way, I'm buying a lot of that color. So I don't know how much they've made, but it's probably going to dry up pretty quick. So otherwise, let's go check out Giggling Geekette.
thank you guys very much.